Now have a listen to this. Hey boys, welcome back again. Now today I want to do a video talking about head gaskets. I'm not going to list the ones you shouldn't buy. You're probably going to identify it straight away, but instead I'm going to tell you the ones you should buy and why. Now if we take a look at my stock green starlet here, it's a completely stock 4E. Nothing's really done to it. It's my daily driver. I do a few hundred Ks in it each week. I've probably done 100,000 Ks in it in the last 6 years of owning it and haven't had a problem. It wasn't until one day Nick and I decided to put nitrous on it, and for a while we had the 35 shot on there and there was no dramas. We then went up to the 50 shot and we had no dramas. Then we went up to the 75 shot and inevitably lifted the head, blew the standard head gasket, and that was it. So we removed the cylinder head and we went and fitted up a second-hand Kinetic head gasket. Drove the car around for another couple of bottles of nitrous and didn't have a problem until we tried to put race fuel in it, which is C16, and we ran the car too rich and it melted a hole in the piston. And then it just laid right over and lost all its power, and then when I looked at the back window, there was a shitload of smoke coming out the back and I knew that it was all over. We pulled the cylinder head off again and removed the sump. We removed the faulty piston and rod, and this is what we were left with. Now I just went around in my spares box and we grabbed another piston and rod, put it back in the engine bore, bolted it all back up, and I decided to put the car back to standard. So I put all the nitrous back off it and we had one of these head gaskets laying around. And I'm not going to say what brand it is, but it's just a cheap brand straight off eBay. And you'll notice the red rings around it straight away. You've probably seen the same ones online. So we went and fitted that up, and I drove the car around for about 5,000 Ks, and this green car of mine, I flogged the absolute piss out of it. Like, it hits limiter most days, most times through the gears. I absolutely flog it and never had a problem with it. This one particular day, I pulled out in the highway, went to give it everything. First gear, second gear, you know, by about 10 seconds we're sort of doing 80 kilometers an hour, and at the top of second gear, I just heard this horrible knock, 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 bang, 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 and I got off it. The car was fine. As soon as I try and lean on the throttle again, the engine was just knocking hard, so I pulled over. I'm thinking, oh no, I've done a bearing or something's gone wrong, and I start looking around. It only, when you crack the throttle, it would start doing this knocking. Anyway, I started removing the injector plugs, and sure enough, when I removed one of the injector plugs and cracked the engine, it had a misfire, but the knock was gone. And, you know, I ended up driving the car home. While I was thinking about it, I figured out something's gone wrong in the head gasket there. So we pulled the head back off again, and this is what we found. It's actually blown through the cylinder. I did nothing apart from change, put another one of those head gaskets in there. I checked the head and the block to make sure they were flat, and I've done a really nice job cleaning that with sandpaper when we had the multi-layer steel head gasket on there earlier, so I know it was nice and clean, and drove it again. Another 5,000 Ks, same thing, flogging the piss out of the car, got up high into second gear, the knock happened again, and I knew that the same problem had happened because the noise sounded exactly the same. Anyway, pulled over, removed the injector plugs again, and sure enough, removing one of the injector plugs, the funny knock went away. But this time, removing one of the injector plugs from the back, it's telling me that this is the problem. Now the car's all together, I just want to start it up so you guys can hear what it sounds like. But same thing, we need to pull the head off again and have a look. Now I've also used these same exact gaskets on the twin engine starlet back when I had the stock motors in there a few years back, and they didn't blow across the cylinders like this, just had problems how they were leaking through here into the water jacket area, and was just pumping the radiator full of water, and that only lasted one drag meet. So not only would I never use these on a turbo build, I'd never use these gaskets again for any NA stuff. The car's been sitting there for a few weeks now, and I've been trying to figure out why does this keep happening, what's going on, and it wasn't until I took a closer look to these cheap head gaskets, and if you have a look in between, this metal ring doesn't even butt up together. So this is all head gasket material on the inside here, which I can easily scrape off with this razor blade. You know, here we go, we can see this is already blown as well. Blown across the back there. We're simply just getting, you know, a bad seal. These head gasket kits were about $80, which comes with most of your gaskets and everything else. The ones I do recommend to get are these Permaseal ones. Now I've ordered this and had a look, and you can see this is all butted up like one piece. Really nice. The gasket quality is nice. The thickness of the ring here is actually a lot bigger on the Permaseal gasket compared to these cheap ones. Just the overall quality is really good. these are about $120. And if you want to step up to the next one, of course it's the kinetic head gasket. You can get these from anywhere between sort of $170 to $200 depending on where you get it from. But yeah, so with this test, I'm going to pull the head off the green car again, clean up the cylinder head on the deck again, just go ahead and fit this gasket up. Not going to get the head machine, not going to do anything, I'm just going to put the high quality gasket on there and just continue to drive the car. Now if we get 5, 10,000, whatever, and the car's still going, I'll be sure to let you know, but I'm almost certain the failure here is the cheap gasket and nothing to do with the head surface or anything at all. So anyway guys, look, avoid buying the super cheap gaskets and step up to something that, you know, a reputable brand that is good quality, and that way it'll save you doing the job twice. Here she is. Now the injector's already off. The injector plug's already off. Oh shit, she's in gear. So listen to that, you can already hear it's low on comp. So I've got number 3 injector plug off. Now have a listen to this. So I've got the cylinder head off, got one of these famous red gaskets, and have a look at that. You can clearly see there the cylinder's blown from number 4 through into number 3, and it's actually got the daggy bits hanging on. If we go across between cylinder 2 and 3, see if we can focus. The gasket's got a little crack on this side, and then have a look at 1 to 2. This one was just about to let go as well. If we have a look under the cylinder head, we've got the black marks there. That tells us already that there's combustion gases leaking across the cylinders. And yeah, this is still nice and smooth. I've already cleaned it all up since last time. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that new Permaseal gasket on there and see how she goes. So I haven't gone too overboard with the cleaning. Just got some sandpaper and clean these up so they're nice and flat. This all feels nice. Got our Permaseal gasket. Sweet. Quick change. Oh shit, that's right. Even these exhaust gaskets you get in the kits, they're still not very good either. Doesn't seal very nice. The standard genuine Toyota ones work fine and you can keep reusing them too.
Now you might have seen a few episodes ago I was fixing oil leaks on this car. The oil leaks are all fixed and that's all good. And you might have noticed when we pulled the sump off, I was putting the dash chain weld on there, which is a turbo drain obviously. We are putting the biggest turbo you have ever seen on this car and it's going to be sick. So stay in tune for that guys.
Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one.